Welcome to the first TON blockchain video where we discuss the blockchain, the architecture of it, and how it operates. By the end of the video, we'll have a solid understanding of TON blockchain, how it operates, the architecture of it, and the whole philosophy of the open network blockchain. So let's get started. So we'll discuss the unique architecture of TON blockchain because TON is not only a blockchain. TON is considered blockchain of blockchains in the documentation, which is it's a blockchain that is workchain, and all the workchains are considered blockchains, and in the end all the workchain stuff will be added to the main chain or master chain. So we have the master chain here, which contains all the transactions, all the final contracts, all the final results, all the final data, which is derived from every workchain and the transactions and the contracts that are deployed in every workchain. So right here we have the master chain. Let's say we have two workchains. By the way, right now we have only one workchain. We'll discuss that later. We have only one workchain, but let's consider the architecture. And every workchain has its own shard. So also, TON blockchain has a unique style of sharding, which is the dynamic shard. So right here we have, this is the architecture. I will show a clearer image right now. So the master chain contains all the transactions that are done by all the workchains that are distributed in the network. So the workchain has a limit, which is 2 to the power 32 workchains in the whole network. Right now we have only one, but you can create your own workchain. You can, by this workchain, you can create your own consensus mechanism, your own rules in the workchain, all the stuff. They do that for the scalability. Right now we have only one workchain, as I told you, but you can create your own and use your own rules, and it will also work in parallel to the workchain that's working already, and in the end it will go to the master chain. All the transactions will be recorded there. And also the workchain can be further distributed into some subchain or short chains. And also the other thing that TON blockchain uses also a unique way of distributing or creating subchains or short chains, which is the dynamic sharding, which is the workchain shards into short chains or sub chains dynamically according to the number of transactions, the number of accounts that are on this chain, and the number of validators. So that will help also in the scalability of the blockchain itself, and it will make the transactions faster. So every workchain has a limit of 2 to the power 60 workchains, which is pretty big for this usage, so that if a lot of users, if a lot of contracts, transactions are deployed or are created in the workchain, only this workchain is distributed into shards, which make it very unique for the workchain and the TON network in general to create shards for creating transactions and distributing the work done on the blockchain in different shards. So let's wrap things up in a cleaner diagram, let's say. So right now we have the master chain that contains all the transaction, that has all the stuff that's responsible for the validation, the consensus mechanisms of all the chains, final transactions, the final results done by all the work chains. So the master chain, we can create from it 2 to the power 32 work chains maximum. So every work chain has its own blockchain or is a blockchain in its own, and it handles its transactions. It has its own consensus mechanisms. It has its own rules, own transactions. Everything will be done on the work chain. And when it's finalized, when all the transactions are done, it will be returned back to the master chain. And the work chain can be distributed also to some shard chains in order to increase the scalability and increase the speed of the transactions. So the maximum shard chain limit for each work chain is 2 to the power 60. So we have 2 to the power 60 maximum shard chains done by dynamic sharding according to number of accounts active on the work chain. If we have more accounts, so we have more shard chains in order to distribute the transactions around them so that the transactions are made faster. So yep, that's it. I think we can continue in the next videos on the playlist, so make sure to follow for the next videos, and yeah, see you in the next one.